He's a tourist.
The universe, yours, and the humans, what can they do but burn?
Okay, so we got Age of Ultron's intro. Now we're doing the Avengers intro. I'm assuming this is like a flashback building up to Ultron. This is a refresher for me because I haven't watched Avengers in a fucking... Just, oh my god. I need to rewatch it. Baka chickens. Samuel L. Jackson should have showed up in the movie with a smoothie. That would have just made it 10 times cooler. No question.
No sign of Coulson, sir.
Director Fury? Agent Hill, is that you? Could I get a little help here? I got locked in during the evacuation.
Coulson? Sorry, sir, it looks like we've got work to do.
Mess. All the rush to evacuate this place, look what happened. I'm not even sure how this is even possible, but I'm actually kind of impressed.
Sir, is that really a priority right now?
But you're right, it'll probably come out close to reality. We'll see. Like, I'm totally hyped, and I want to start the whole, like, after I see a movie, we go into a Discord and discuss it with, like, community thing. But I need to know, like, other people but me will see. Whoa! Linger! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Legion of Skulkies. How you doing today? Can Maria do it? I forget. Oh, she's... Oh, cool. She summons people. That's awesome. See, this is why Maria Hill's cool and an underappreciated character in the movies, too. Like, I remember in the cartoons and in the comics, Maria Hill had way more influence in the Avengers-related stuff. Especially Civil War. I liked the Civil War movie, but at the same time, I'm so disappointed in what it could have been. I thought she'd be a love interest for Cap. You thought she would? Eh. I think Maria would have been a better one in Winter Soldier than, you know, the actual person they picked. Just because Maria, like, I don't know. Yeah, she gave him a few looks. I mean, so did Coulson, though. Coulson gave him a lot of looks. So we can't rule that out. Oh, right, yeah. No, I would have rolled with that. Maria and Cap would have been a cool relationship if they explored it. Especially because of what happens in Civil War. Because she would have been on, what's it called, Tony's side. Which would have been really weird. I kind of wonder what happened to her, like, contract-wise. Maybe she was just busy doing some other stuff. I hope she comes back in, oh, no, she was in Ultron. I forgot, never mind. Also, him dating the descent. Yeah! That was totally weird. Okay, Fury can do that, okay. Nick Fury. Alright. Oh, we missed that. I don't dislike her, though. I just... Yeah, I same here. What's it called? Also, like, I really wish they would have brought, movies don't do that shit for no reason. Exactly. That's rarely just a, you know, passing thing. Whoops. She summons people. Why can't we get into this? Also, Hulk and Natasha thing was... I thought it was cute, but it kind of invalidated the whole... what's her name? From Hulk. Like, they brought Ross back. They could have brought back Betty. Was it Betty? I think her name was Betty. Either way, like... I don't know, just... With the way they ended things in the Hulk... not Ruffalo, the, crap, what's his name? Yeah, they probably could... Oh, yeah, well, I mean... It's not like they changed, contracts from one to another, so it's not like the whole, X-Men thing. Thank you, Norton, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, at the end of the Norton one, it was kind of implied they were gonna get back together, but I don't know. It's just an... It was a, There's a part of me that thinks the Natasha Banner thing was just... It felt forced. There was no development, it just was a thing. Which I didn't like. If you're gonna do stuff like that, that's fine. Just don't make it feel out of nowhere. Especially because in the beginning of the movie, they kind of set up this whole Natasha's with Clint thing like we wanted. Well, yeah, you should never, ever do a development between movies unless you give, like, exposition why. It's just, it's never a good idea.
That's the problem, sir. We don't know.
The only character he had in the movies, yeah.
Read an energy surge from the Tesseract 4 hours ago.
NASA didn't authorize subjects to go to test phase.
He wasn't testing it. He wasn't even in the room. Spontaneous event.
Well, I mean, I like that he had a family too, but there's no reason he couldn't have had his brother, which is a comic canon, living at the house and flipping out at him just as much and putting him with Natasha. Just because, like, you know, I think it would have been cooler. But again, that's just me. Whoops, that was... Because I remember there was like a, I wish him and Widow... Yeah, him and Widow movie would be so cool. Showing how they met and what got them started. Oh, that would be so awesome. Especially if it was set during, like, I want to say the 80s or 90s. When Clint was not so much young, but starting out.
I guess we could have just cleared the obstruction, but hey, I'm just a lowly level 3, so what do I know?
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not against them being friends and comrades either. That's a fair point. I also would have been fine if Natasha and Cap, because, like, that was a thing in the comics, so was Natasha and Tony. Natasha's kind of been with a lot of people, so... Now that I say that, I'm kind of like, you know... It could have been a lot of people. Is that what I do? Maria? Okay, yes, there we go. I'm sitting here like, where the hell do I do this thing? Okay. Yeah, I can see it too. They could have allured to it if they gave Hulk his own movie. Just saying.
Wow. Guess that's one way to avoid getting a parking ticket. Maybe a little on the extreme side.
Hell, give Natasha a movie. And it could have been them on their first date, and then... Okay, no, actually, no, better idea. You could have gave Widow her own movie, with them on their date, and in the date, he's listening to her explain how her and Clint met each other. Bam! All 3 in one. Ta-da! Like the prequel, it would be a prequel for Widow. Being like brainwashed, trained, all that. Then at the end, it shows like how Clint saved her, ending with her telling Ruffalo on their first date for the relationship. I would have bought in that. It would have been perfect. That's what they do with Iron Man 3. You find out at the end that how Ruffalo's involved, and you're just like, oh, okay. We accepted that. We can accept the whole thing too. And then give Hulk his own movie. Like after itch. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Hate when there's like an itch right on the inside of your fucking nose. But anyway, no, give Hulk his own movie after Thor Ragnarok and before, I don't know, Infinity War. Like, what does he do when he finally got back to Earth? Or hell, just to keep exploring the Planet Hulk stuff. Show a movie of what he was doing for 2 years by himself. Show him and... Oh my god. Hulk and Valkyrie could have been, like, a thing. I'm sorry, but the way they acted in Ragnarok, they were a thing. Valkyrie wanted Hulk. You can't tell me otherwise. Either she wanted him or she got with him. Either way. So what you say is the top three more... If I had to pick three... Ooh, we're not going by my bias, because my bias would be all three Iron Mans. I think I would have to go with... Yeah... Well, bias, it would be like Iron Man 2. Well, I mean like bias, as in I'm specifically saying these.
What can I tell you about the Joint Dark Energy Mission Facility? Well, it's classified top secret, so nothing really. I can't mention that we're studying an object with potentially unlimited power called the Tesseract. And I can't mention that it's recently become active and we have to evacuate the entire facility. Really, I can't tell you any of that. And don't get me started on those Phase 2 prototypes. If we can't control the Tesseract's energy, there may not be a minimum safe distance.
I need you to make sure the Phase 2 prototypes are shipped out.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, Doctor.
Director, she reached its peak level.
We're prepared for this, Doctor. Harnessing energy from space.
We don't have the harness. My calculations are far from complete.
Have you seen anything that might set this thing off?
The cube is a doorway to the other end of space, right? Doors open from both sides.
Again, Fury with a smoothie would be perfect. I want to say, from a critical standpoint, not bias standpoint, Panther, Thor 3, actually, no, if we're doing 5 is easier for me, I think. From 5 to 1, it would be Iron Man 1, Guardians 1, Winter Soldier, Thor 3, and then Black Panther. But personal choices from 5 to 1, Homecoming, Guardians 2, Avengers 1,
Sir, those agents
Thor 3, and then
did that guy just use mind control?
Iron Man 2. I'm doing stuff, sir. Oh, that's a save thing. Okay, never mind.